We welcome you into a special edition of Illini Hockey on the Road, presented by YouTube. I'm Cristiano Simnetta. Not solo tonight. We may not have broadcast majors on staff, but Stephen Quinn and Justin Reese are helping me out tonight on the broadcast. It's the Illini. It's the Bobcats. Number 6, Illinois. Number 4, Ohio. What are you expecting off the jump, Stephen Quinn?
I'm expecting the boys to come out firing. We had a nice tough week of practice. Everyone was firing on all edges and coming off 2 big wins against Illinois State. So expect the boys to come off right out of puck drop.
1957, the year Bird Arena was established here in Athens, Ohio, 10 feet shorter than the average NHL/NCAA rink. Bobby Ernsting, James McGing, David Kellner, the starting 3 for Illinois, and the starting 3 for the Bobcats. Mike Polasic, Gianni Evangelisti, Timmy Turno were underway here at Bird Arena. Joey Rittendale over to the near side. It is Joe Nolan, freshman defenseman, lays it along the boards at James McGing. He is plastered there by Sean Bayard. Along the near side neutral zone, McGinn gets the puck back, skate to stick, he goes in, delayed offsides, and finally tags up. Jimmy Thomas repels one over to the far side. Ernsting knocked it down on the left circle, tipping one out in front, but now the right point, the captain lines one up. That one was blocked away by Polasic, and here come the Bobcats. So 30 seconds, guys, between the Illini and the Bobcats, and we have that familiar sense of physicality in this game between these two rivals. Jake Fiala wearing the C on his sweater for the Bobcats, getting it over to his own blue line and dropping one back. 4 power play goals for Fiala, playing in his 101st game tonight. As that puck trickles in on David Heflin, he stops the puck. 47 seconds into the first period, no score between the Illini and the Bobcats. Justin Reese, the rookie here on the broadcast and also the Illini roster. How has your first season been with a team that is already top 10 and one that really has struggled to get to that merit over the past couple of years?
You know, it's been a pretty cool thing to be a part of. We got a lot of really good players on this team, a lot of guys that really want it. And we're looking to keep getting better and beat Ohio, get a few points out of this weekend.
And as we hope to fix these technical difficulties, 18:50 left in the first period. Puck wraps around the far side. Tyler Opilka, there's our picture. Now out in front off the skate of Crookshank and back out the center where the Effingham, Illinois native Opilka is backed off there by Matthew Rudin. Along the far side, he trickles one over to Grant Stuve. Stuve along the near side. Outlets one up on ahead. Grant Hazel gloves one down to the far side. Tipped in there by the Bobcats. A bit of a lull here in the neutral zone. That seems like 2 or 3 strides, Stephen Quinn, and you can get from blue line to blue line, shrinking the ice here, not just figuratively, but literally.
Yeah, it's a big adjustment for the boys coming from a rink that's way larger than the average size rink. It's way different. We've been game scheming in practice, trying to get to work on those edges around the small rink.
18:05 left in the first period. Luke Forfar is brought down on the end boards in the Ohio zone, and galloping out with the puck will be 6'3", number 3, Grant Hazel. Mark Condotti grabs the puck along the far side corner in the Illini zone, tips one up for Chance Holmgren. It'll be skated away by Garrett Elmore on a 3-game point streak, a 3-game goal streak. Through the middle, this one's cleared all the way down for icing as David Heflin reaches, or not David Heflin, Jack Graham reaches the hash mark. 17:43 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. We've got that picture finally up. Thank you, Mike Lenzi, our cameraman for tonight's first period. Neil Novosel wins the puck back at the right point. Jack Graham tosses one in along the end boards. Evan Sabo, Skokie, Illinois native, battling for the puck, as well as John Moskalik, who took a tumble. 17:33 left in the first period. Novosel battling still with Craddock. And now along the far side, Grant Hazel to the corner. Wanting to outlet Evan Sabo, forcing a turnover. One hand on his stick. A back in there from Novosel, and a save made there by Jimmy Thomas. And cleared away by Elmore, but kept in by Condotti. Now on the right side, half-boards. Skating away is Novosel as well as Moskalik. The Illini fourth line work it. Novosel protects on his backhand. The Orland Park, Illinois native, drops one for Moskalik. And now for Sabo, who's bumped to the boards there by Baird, who's had a couple of hits already in this game, and it's only 3 minutes in. Cristiano Simnetta with you. Stephen Quinn, not Stephen Cohn, but Stephen Quinn alongside. And Justin Reese, our third man on the broadcast team. Baird plays one on the far side, kept in by Nolan. Playing one that was knocked away by Black, but a nice recovery by Joe Nolan as we get a delayed offside. 16:40 left in the first period. Plays like that, Joey, you guys might like to rag on him during the play as we get a puck over the glass. 16:37 left in the first. But Joe Nolan, what can you say about this guy? 3rd in points in CSCHL, and also tied first in goals among defensemen. How good has Joe Nolan been for your guys this season?
You know, Joe's a fierce competitor. He's always trying to be the best player he can be. Sometimes he lets offense go to his head a little bit, gives up some bad 2-on-1s because he's kind of a hot dog, but we'll fix that in the next couple of years.
Yeah, Joe Nolan, we joked against Iowa State that he's a forward that plays defense. Now to the far side. Ladled in on a right pad save there by Heflin, and a rebound try off the outside of the cage. Heflin can't locate it, and a wraparound try, and a save made by Heflin. How did that one not go? 16-16 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. Heflin going from right to left and taking away that bottom area of the net. We turn our cornerstone now to Cody Black, 90th career game played, 3 goals, 15 assists, 3 points versus Oakland last week, 2 points versus the Illini this year. Here comes Eric Cruikshank, who had a great game against the Bobcats. Last time these two teams met, as we get a hand pass, 3:54 into the first period. It's a loud building, guys. It's the first time we broadcasted here. You being sophomore, Steven, and a freshman in Justin Reese, you're not used to this type of atmosphere in the ACHA. Does that pump you up as a visitor coming in and trying to silence this crowd?
Oh yeah, it's definitely nice coming into rinks where there's a bunch of fans. I mean, as you know, playing in the ACHA, there's a couple of rinks and a couple of our competitors, such as like Lindenwood and such, where you go to the rink and there'll be probably like 20 fans, and half those fans are just parents. So it's nice to come into a nice packed barn here over at the Bird, and it's always helps to get the boys going, give a little bit more energy.
Nick Gross to the far side. Mike Palasic off the skate of Gianni Evangelisti. Tom Kolaz reverses for Illinois and slapped back in by Grant Stube with 15:45 left in the first. Tom Kolaz out of Springfield, Illinois. Second semester transfer for the Illini, and he's been very good through 10 games as he has 7 points and a 2-game point streak to go along with it. Here is Luke Forfar, also new this semester, but played in 35 games last season and amassed 25 points. Now to the center, it's Homer with a drive, and that one is blocked in front, but Jimmy Thomas always there for Ohio. 31 games played for the sophomore goaltender in Thomas. 23 wins, 7 losses, and 1 overtime loss. 15-10 left in the first period, another stoppage. Justin, same question as I asked Steven. How intimidating of a building is this, knowing that you play in the Big Pond that has 2,000 fans, but now you're coming to a visiting barn that is maybe just as loud?
You know, it's always something to get over, but there's no better feeling than coming into a packed barn like this and scoring a quick goal and shutting them up. So let's see if the boys can do that.
15:05 left in the first period. Fiala to the near side, Matthew Rudin. And it's Joey Caprio at his own blue line to the right side. Now it's Tyler Opilka. Opilka to the middle. Drew Richter, the freshman, breaks over the Ohio line. Now down low. A pair of number 10s, Brian Lubin and Drew Richter battling for it. Now to the left side, Joey Caprio on the pinch, but it's knocked away by number 27, Rudin. And Holmgren has to regain for Illinois and drop back into his own zone. Opilka, stretch pass, looking for McGing. That one's knocked away by the Bobcats. Now Rudin gaining the right side in the Illini zone. Near side corner. Pestering around Caprio, and he keeps the puck, stopping and starting. He's plastered to the boards there by number 5 in orange and gray. Now Richter. His pass was turned over, now out in front, a chance, and a rebound. Try save made by Heflin. He doesn't know where it is, but now to the near side. Matthew Rudin couldn't put that puck home. And number 22, Tyler Harkins on the doorstep, one of the Bobcats' top scorers, and a penalty. Illinois will go to the power play once the Bobcats touch it 2-on-2. Richter moving in right circle, shoots on a right pad, saved there by Thomas, and spiraled out to the left corner. Ernsting touches. 14:06 left in the first period. We're going to get a minor on the Bobcats, 2 minutes for kneeing, so the Illini power play, which has operated at almost 25%, gets their first chance of the game. What have you guys worked on special teams this week to prepare for the Bobcats?
We've just put a big focus on just moving the puck around and just not letting the puck sit on your stick for too long. We're trying to get the goalie moving, get the defensemen moving, and just get them out of place in order to get that shot through and on net instead of getting blocked.
Cruikshank on the draw here against number 18, Cody Black. The Illini win the draw cleanly. Richter to the right point. Tyler Opilka. Now right to the bottom of your screen, Richter. Nice sauce over for Cruikshank, right circle. In front, tip play, and a shot there, and a save made by Thomas. And out of the air, it's a high stick, so they whistle it down as the puck was in the blue paint. 6:06 into the first period. The penalty is on number 10, Brian Lubin for kneeing, as we'll get a whistle, but a nice chance from Illinois right off the draw, gaining possession, putting pucks on net, and that has to be the mantra against a goaltender like Jimmy Thomas, who allows 1.96 goals against per game.
Yeah, we just got to keep peppering them.
Yeah, the more shots on net, the better for us, so let's try to get some on this power play.
Cruikshank gets tossed on the draw. Luke Forfar will assume his position on the neutral zone, and number 44 in orange and blue wins it. Now it is McGing. James McGing, always a dangerous player. 5 assists in his last 4 games. He's a setup man, but he can go coast to coast. He gets tripped to the blue line. Cody Black to take one-on-one. Opilka's got him right circle. Black fires, and a stick save there by Opilka. Redirects the puck into the netting. 13:38 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. Cristiano Simnetta, Stephen Quinn, Justin Reese alongside. All right, guys, you're 6:22 into your broadcasting debut. Any jitters? You guys seem to, like, after this, after your playing career, you may have a chance to be in the broadcast booth someday.
Yeah, let's hope. The nerves kind of came out of the after the first stop and play, so the nervousness and the jitters are all gone.
And now to the right side, David Kellner tipping one in. Grant Hazel couldn't get it past Kellner along the far side. Cleared in. Here is Grant Stuve with Hazel. Dropping one back. Stuve again between the legs of Fiala. Nice move from Stuve to get the puck to left point. Nolan. Now left circle, it's Ernsting. 1:07 left in the Illini power play. Down low for Kolas. Out in front and sticked away there by Thomas. Nolan stepping in, faking the drive. Goes right circle. Out in front. Ernsting shoots, and that one was wide of the blocker side of Thomas. Kept him by Nolan. He's poked away. Maybe a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Black with Stuve, the forward, left circle. He stops. He pops, but look at Joe Nolan. Gap closure there. Shorthanded from Black, and he's not able to get a shot off. 12:50 left in the first.
I think that's the fastest we've seen Joe Nolan skate all year, to be honest.
You think the short ice makes him look a bit faster?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Joey Bag of Donuts, we call him.
Here comes McGing. Faking the pass, dropping one for counter, and that's spun all the way out to center ice. So 27 seconds left in the Illini power play. And Opilka will have to get it on the neutral zone. Deking around one man. Tyler Opilka dumps one in to himself. Nick Gross getting to it there, the sophomore defenseman. To the left side, Eric Cruikshank. Out in front, through a man's skates, that was Richter. 10 seconds left in the Illini's first man advantage. David Heflin comes out to play it and sets one up for Forfar. Here is Opilka to the far side. In stride was Forfar. Playing it through a man's skates. Down to the right side. Baird had his stick lifted. Forfar to the near side, McGing. McGing digging around Black. 5-on-5 now. And look at James McGing. Through 4 Bobcats, but now that one was poked away by number 16, Timmy Turno, the sophomore forward, with 4 points in his last 5 games. So 11:47 left in the first period. 2 high-octane offenses, and none of them have seemed to struck. It is Novosel. Now for Opilka on the near side, turned over, but a recovery there from number 14 in orange and blue. That was Neal, and he dumps one down. 11:33 left in the first period. Your thoughts on the first period so far?
I think the boys are playing really well. They're buzzing. They're playing hard on the forecheck. I think we just got to keep on getting shots on net and just get them through the defenders instead of getting them blocked. I think once we start peppering the goalie, I think a couple are going to start trickling in.
Yeah, this game's just coming down to grit. Whoever's going to work harder is going to end up winning.
In a game like this, do you usually like to say the first team that scores is going to be the one that wins, or do you think that this is going to be an all-out shootout between 2 top 10 teams?
I'd like to think the goaltending in this game is next to nothing. It's 2 unbelievable goaltenders. We got Heflin over here, and then they got Thomas and Ned over here for them. I think it's going to be a close 1 to 2 score game, to be honest.
And the last game that these 2 teams played in, 7-1 final for Illinois back in early November. Evangelisti's pass was blocked away by a streaking Moskaluk, and he bumps him off the puck to the far side and dumped in for a streaking Evan Sabo. Sabo into the Ohio zone, drops one for Bobby Ernsting. He goes skate to stick. A sophomore who leads this Illini team in points out in front, but that was behind counter, and right on the stick of number 28, Mike Palasics. And he was stood up, now Nolan. At the near side, it's Sabo, right in the bottom of your screen there. He clears it in. So Ohio dressing 5 defensemen tonight. As here is Bobby Ernsting, a nice move. And digging around another man, Ernsting has some space on the far wall. Fires one in a right pad, saved there by Thomas. And a rebound try. The puck is finally blown down. 10:24 left in the first period. But Bobby Ernsting, he's a guy that can make something out of nothing in a hurry.
Yeah, you always got to keep your eyes on Bobby. You never know what he's going to pull out of his little playbook that he's got. But really shifty player, and you never know. He's looking to the left, and then he makes this behind the back blind pass to the right, and backdoor goal, and right in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, not a lot of players out there like Bobby Ernsting.
He's going to really love listening back to this broadcast with 10:24 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. Ernsting off the draw through a man's skates, but now to the far side, McGing. McGing takes down a man and waddles the puck back to the right point. Mark Condati playing the puck back now for Ernsting.
He loves that face-off play, just throwing it between the guy's legs and taking it right to the net.
And surprisingly, it just seems to continuously work and pay off.
It works every time, and I've never met a man who's better at just that face-off play.
Kendati now to the near side. Intercepted by Sean Baird. He goes offside. 10 minutes exactly into this first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you may see some blackouts for some periods during the play. We will promise that we will get that fixed in the second period. It's just one long cord, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get it done. Christian Simonetta, Stephen Quinn, as well as Justin Reese on the broadcast for you right now. Face-off tie-up, a bit of a rugby scrum. Now to the left point. It is Caprio to the right side and Opilka in the Illini zone. Nice pass between a man's legs. And now it's Stuve who chops one into the right side. Tom Kolas. Speedy forward, stops and starts on the far side corner. He's going to draw a penalty. Kolas now to the right side. Heflin goes off on the sixth attacker. It is Opilka. Ladling one for Stuve. And down low for Cruikshank, who's pressured by Lubin. And cross-check continuously. But he keeps the puck and now drop for Homer. 6-on-5 for Illinois. If they score, they keep the power play, but it's intercepted there by number 22. That was Harkins. So Illinois coming in as a road team, and they're going to be the ones going to their second power play of the night. A team like Ohio, very disciplined in this building. They've already taken 2 minors in the first 10:33.
Yeah, hopefully the boys will be able to break past their. They have a nice little trap going for them at the blue line. They're stacking 3 defenders and having one forward go crazy on the forward check. So hopefully we can trip it in past them and get the power play set up this run.
It all starts with that first face-off, and we'll see what Bobby has up his sleeves against Cody Black. He'll just win this the old-fashioned way. Counterplay to the right side, and Stuve went to pinch, and it's sent down by the Bobcats. So with 9:20 left in the first period, the Illini head to their second power play of the night. And a holding penalty once again on Brian Lubin, who's taken 2 minors in the first 10 minutes. Now to the middle. Here a nice move from Counter. Toe drag down the wrap try. But that option was closed rather quickly. It's Nolan along the blue line. Out to the left side, it's Ernsting. Down low for Kolas. Jam play off a skate on in front of the backhand. Counter trying to find it. A backdoor setup for Stuve, but he's a left-handed shot. Wasn't able to fire that one off. Nice pass, left circle. Ernsting, toe drag. That one was blocked in front by Fiala, the captain. It may be a 2-on-1 short-handed once again. Timmy Turno right side. And Nolan cuts him down again, but Jake Fiala leading by example as Nolan retrieves the puck with 1:12 left in the Illini power play. Nolan out of Arlington Heights, Illinois, having a very productive first season with the Illini as he cradles the puck and sends one into the far side corner, now near side corner. Rattled on back to the left side, it's Forfar. Swipes one to keep it back in. McGing is pestered, plays it for Forfar. Hazel couldn't grab it. Now Richter, left circle, here comes Drew Richter. Tied up there in the low slot, and Cruikshank also looking for it, and he gets it back. And this could be a 3-2. Trying a save made there by Thomas. Great one-timer effort, but McGing couldn't elevate that puck, and Thomas, the lateral movement, it's going to be tough to beat him throughout this game with 8 minutes left in the first.
Nice play by Richter there, using his speed to get around the guys and hold on to the puck.
It is Opilka, now for McGing. He was stopped up momentarily, and the puck gets sent down by Rudin. How do you gain the zone with such a short ice here? You know you're very used to playing on the big pond, which is 30 feet wider than the average NHL rink because it's a speed skating rink, but now you shrink the ice. Do you usually just try and go dump and chase as Drew Richter gets forced out of the line right as we speak?
Yeah, a lot of chip and chase, especially for a guy like me, more of a gritty grinder. I'm definitely, in these cases, I'm just dumping the puck in the corner, and I'm going to go pressure their D. They got some of their defensemen are a little slow on their feet, so I think as a team, we definitely need to start just pressuring their D, dumping it in the corner, and just playing some body on them.
Especially when playing 5D, you just want to try and waste these guys as much as possible as Nick Gross battles a puck back to the right side, far side, dumped in by Novosel on goal, and a save made there by Thomas.
Yeah, interesting lineup choice by Ohio today. They're dressing 3 goalies, but only 5 defensemen. Wonder if that's due to injury or if that's just game planning by the coach.
Yeah, well, Kyle Craddock out with an injury. Jacob Houston, one of their best defensemen, separated his shoulder a couple of games ago. He is scratched. Good back checking from Illinois. Turn over to Harkins' right circle. His shot off the right skate of Opilka. 6:46 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Bobcats. Opilka now on the near side. Sabo, risky pass there, but it paid off. And here comes John Moskowitz. Maybe a 2-on-2. John right side shoots one, and that shot was blocked away by Hazel. Had Sabo on the wrap. Chance backhand there from Mosk. And a nice skate-to-stick move there from Turno, who turned the puck over at the neutral zone and brought back in by Bobby.
I'll be keeping my eyes on John Moskaluk tonight. That's my pick to click for the night. He's been having a great week in practice. He's been wheeling and dealing, and his shot's been looking real nice. So keep an eye on John Muskeluk this game.
McGing 1-on-4 against the Bobcats. His only decision is to dump the puck in. Justin Reese, your pick to click with 6:08 left in the first.
My pick to click's got to be my boy Tommy Kolaz. He's been same thing Steven said with a good week in practice, but I think a little bit better than Moss. So let's see what Tommy can do.
Let's see if practice makes perfect. Turned over there to Elmore. On the far side, Joe Nolan recovers. Shot off the outside of the cage and over the cage. Nolan rescues the puck now for Rittendale. Hill wrapping on the far side. Look out, as pinching there was Tom Picorni. Nice pass there. One-on-one, James McGee. Here he comes, flipping the puck, battling for it. Rittendale's wide open and pass in front. Joey Rittendale centered the puck. It went off of a Bobcat in front, and 14:25 into the first period. The captain gets the Illini on the score sheet.
That's captain offense for you. He's got the nickname for a reason, scoring a couple of big goals for us. If you guys remember, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he buried one against Iowa State to finish them off in overtime. So nothing out of the ordinary coming from our boy with the C on his chest, Joey Rittendale.
You know, he has a career high in goals, now his 5th goal of the season. His previous career high was 3.
And what a play by McGing there. I mean, as we like to call him, James Pumpernickel McGing, he really doesn't mess around with that puck.
Yeah, James Pumpernickel McGing definitely has some of the best hand-eye coordination all of the ACHA that I've ever seen.
Looking a little bit like Alex Ovechkin there, as now it's Holmgren throwing one to the high slot. It's Mark Condotti. He fires one and out of the glove. And a chance here for Holmgren on the rebound try, but Mark Condotti loves to play this Bobcats team as Holmgren plays on the right side. Jack Graham lets one go and a stay save there by Thomas, and that goes up into the railings here, the ceiling at the Bird Ice Arena. 5:09 left in the first.
I might have to change my pick to click to Mark Condotti. He's having a hell of a game out here.
Mark Condotti, we used to call him the Bobcat Slayer. Last year, when we were down a couple players, he scored a big goal for us in regulation to actually secure us a 1-0 victory. So Mark Condotti, our Bobcat Slayer from last year.
That was a game with 18 seconds left in the third period. It was a scoreless game at the time, and the Illini were about down 6 players. Nonetheless, they got that regulation win and are up 1-0 thanks to a goal scored by Rittendale. And now David Heflin is forced to make a save. Grant Hazel looking for the puck on the right side. And now it's Holmgren boarding a man, and now number 29. That's going to be Garrett Jenkins on this 4th line for Sean Hogan's club. Pitching one on the left side, and Nick Gross can't keep the puck in. 4:40 left in the first period, 1-0 Illinois.
Somebody get that kid a map. He's got no idea what's going on out here.
Somebody check his direction finder maybe. Now to the left side, number 21 in green and white. That's Zach Frank, the freshman out of Wadsworth, Ohio. Sends one to the near side in the Illini zone. 4:25 left in the first period. This one's harpooned back into the Illini zone where it's Caprio to rescue. And double back one for Opilka. He's had a sharp game. Now to the far side, Colas, chip play. Grant Stube right side. Crookshank cutting left side. Out in front, and Crookshank just had the puck bobble over his stick with 4:10 left in the first period.
Nice chemistry right there between Crookshank and Stube. The boys live together, pretty much do everything together. Some of the guys think they're tied together by the hip, actually.
And as this puck is cleared down, Opilka reaches the hash marks. 3:57 left in the first period. Yeah, they played actually with the Bloomington Thunder, I believe, back in 2011 together in tryouts, and they said, quote unquote, a match made in heaven between number 25 and 15 right off the bat. Is it a bromance, guys?
It is one of the biggest bromances I've seen yet on this hockey team.
It's the bromance.
It might even be bigger than last year's Grant Stube and Shawnee P. Bromance that they had going, or even a Chris Lozenek and Aaron Dusak.
Look out, Matthew Rudin, right circle, one-on-one. Heflin's right there. Left pad save there by Heflin, and he holds it. And oh my goodness, how did he stretch that left leg? 3:46 left in the first period. Rudin thought he had got the puck through, but obviously that puck stayed on the line. David Heflin, a huge pad save, 16-14 into the first.
Game after game, he just surprises us. Heflin comes out of nowhere, stands on his head, just makes unbelievable saves, keeps us in it day after day. It's just unbelievable what he does for us in the crease for us.
Yeah, Heflin's crazy, man. Such an athlete.
While we're at it, I'd like to just give a quick shout out to my dad. It's actually his birthday today, so happy birthday, Dad. In case you're listening, Mom, hello, and to Matt and John, in case you guys are listening too. Hope everything's going well. Give Bubba a nice little belly rub at home for me. That's my 2-year-old black lab.
Also a nice shout out to Bull Kellner, David Kellner's brother, listening into the broadcast. 3:46 left in the first period. Matthew Rudin, though, one of the most terrifying weapons on this Ohio team. 28 points in 26 games, and Heflin just stared him down on a one-on-one chance. Here is Counter, skate to stick, trying to make Bo happy. Here he comes to the high slot, trickling one in, and a save made there by Thomas. No dangerous play there. 3:36 left in the first period. Illinois has had the upper hand in a building where they've struggled in the past couple of years.
Speaking of danger, so this line, 19, 24, and 13, McGing, Ernstine, and Kellner, they've been dangerous as of recently. They're really high right now, so I'd watch them and watch Bobby on this faceoff too.
Yeah, let's see what they got going this shift.
He won it cleanly. Now to the left side, it's McGing. Stopping and starting. Turned over there to number 17, Fiala, but the Illini pressure him. The forecheck from Counter. Here is Ernstine winning a one-on-one battle, a 50-50 one along the near side. And cross-checks there by Picorni. There's no call. Yes, there is, as Rittendale's going to give the puck over to the neutral zone, where it's Nolan. And some more hacks from Pulisic, trailing him down the ice, as this is Rittendale getting the sixth attacker on and Illinois to work. Some undisciplined play there from Picorni along the near side. And finally, Fiala will touch up, so the home squad will be down another man for 2 minutes. It's Tom Picorni and the third power play chance for Illinois. You got to think that the home squad has to clean up their game, especially in the defensive zone when the Illini are skating all around them.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing there. It kind of looked like a mental midget out there on the ice.
But that's what happens when you're down by 1 goal. We've seen Stephen Quinn, who used to lead this team in penalty minutes. It kind of gets in your head and you play a little bit more loose, thinking that, look, I'll shoulder a guy, I'll maybe two-hand a guy. Maybe the ref won't see, but sometimes they've got some 20/20 vision and they caught Picorni there.
Oh, no, they always see. They always see. If there's one thing for sure that I've learned, it's that the refs see in everything no matter what you're doing.
And it's just their decision to call it as we get a whistle after a great save there by Jimmy Thomas as McGing was in the low slot on the backhand. 2:53 left in the first period, 1:51 left in the Illini power play. Orange and blue up 1-0 thanks to a goal scored by Joey Rittendale. And it is cross-checking for Picorni. You didn't have to wear stripes to know what that one was going to be for. And the refs looking to place this puck in the neutral zone. The Illini head coach Nick Fabrini standing up on his bench, wanting a whistle and wanting an explanation. He gets none. But despite that, it's James McGing going on the near slot. And he'll dump one in. Touched by Thomas. Over the stick of Gross. May have made his case worse, as now it's McGing. Look out for James McGing, dropping one there for Richter. And Richter settles the puck along the dasher. Drops one for Forfar. Blindly passes one for Cruikshank on the far side corner, but it paid off. Cruikshank now for Opilka, straight away. Top of the umbrella. Surveying his options, slap pass there, deflected and a save made there by Thomas, who's stunned after that one. 2:24 left in the first period. It was Richter and McGing out in front. No goal for Illinois.
Boy's got to get in front of his eyes. We got to. He's seeing the puck the whole way through. Can't have that.
Also, another big thing if this power play is going to want to be successful, got to get Eric Cruikshank's stick going. He's definitely got the best shot on the team, so it'd be nice to see him take a nice one-timer from that right slot over there.
5-game goal drought for number 15 in orange and blue, stuck on career goal number 69, looking for number 70 and possibly more this series. Here is 2:14 left in the first period. It's Nolan to the middle, tip play by Counter, but that's easily negated by the Bobcats. And Nolan waits for his man to get back onside. And skating away will be number 24, Ernstine, going wide on Hazel. Stopping and starting. Left point. Joe Nolan has a lane. Fires one off the blocker there of Thomas. And Ernstine again, and that's blocked away by Hazel. Into the netting. 1:50 left in the first period. Grant Hazel, he's a tough guy to miss on the ice. 6'3", 230. Leads the CSCHL with a +34. He's Sean Hogan's top guy.
He's Sean Hogan's biggest guy, too.
He's not wrong with that. Bobby Ernstine's playing well, though. He's keep on getting all these shots. You just got to get him through. We like how he's getting opportunities. He gets one or two of those through, and a couple goals, the light will be going off.
Maybe some hesitation, too. Get those guys to slide out of the way of shots as defensive zone draw a win for Ohio and dump back. 43 seconds left in the Illini's third power play of the night. 11 shots on goal for Illinois, 8 for Ohio. Nolan dropping one for Ernstine. Nice head fake move, and here comes Bobby against the world, but blocked by Evangelisti, but he can't clear the puck. To the far side, Ernstine. Now it is Stuve. Nice pass for Counter. Spin around, try save made there by Thomas. A great pass from Counter, and Kolas ran out of real estate. 1:22 left in the first period, but Illinois making mincemeat of the Ohio defense, especially on the PK.
What a play by Kellner to find Kolas out there in the slot.
Yeah, Ohio's playing very aggressive on the power play right now. or the kill, I should say, the penalty kill. They're going out there. They're leaving the guys out in front of the net wide open.
Quick passes. That's going to be the mantra from Illini hockey head coach Nick Fabrini. Here is Homer on the left circle. He's stick checked. It's a battle in the skates of Homerin as well as Forfar, who wraps on the left side. It's Caprio. Nice pass for Opilka straightaway. Winds, fires, glove save by Thomas, in and out of the glove, so it may be a shaky save from a goaltender as stable as Thomas. Illinois has to get to that low slot for those second and third chance opportunities because it's not going to be often that you beat Jimmy Thomas one-on-one, as well as David Heflin.
Looks like he's not seeing the puck all too well right now. He's had a couple go right off his glove and bounce right back out, so hopefully the boys can take advantage of him not seeing the puck and capitalize a couple here right now.
Down to the last 48 left in the first period. Opilka stick check the puck away from Harkins. Down to the left point, Brian Lubin. Chips one in. Now for Opilka, the far side corner. Nice protective play there. Around two, but he's blocked there by Rudin. And the chance here for the Bobcats late in the first period stays alive. Holmgren goes skate to stick. And clears the puck out for Forfar, and a big hit coming from Baird as he reached his hand out as he was seeing red there. But an active play by David Heflin, and now there's going to be a penalty on Homer at the bottom of your screen, who was sticking up for Forfar after Baird was ready for that hit and instead let up as Forfar let go of the puck with 22.4 left in the first.
Yeah, I don't know about letting up. It looked more of a dirty play, like he kind of grabbed him by the face, but...
Yeah, I'm no football analyst, but it almost looked like he tried to clothesline him there, and then Holmgren goes in for the hit at the end, and this kid's trying to flip him. Like, I don't know what to say there. Just come on, buddy. Be a little bit better on that one, all right?
Be better.
Chance Holmgren, certainly a guy wanting to be better. 4 goals on the season. Asset in the bottom 6 on that top 9 per se, but he takes a roughing minor. But that's just sticking up for your guy. That's going to go a long way in the locker room for sure.
Yeah, that's a big Homer's a big locker room guy for us. Just great guy on and off the ice, but yeah, definitely sticking up for Forfar there. He's definitely a guy that doesn't like to see his teammates get pushed around a little bit.
Evangelisti with a drive and a save made by Heflin, and the rebound squirted free, but now a penalty coming up. Timmy Turno negates the Ohio power play quickly, 10 seconds into it, as Rittendale went down. So just like that, Heflin comes up with a monumental save on Evangelisti, the top scorer for Ohio, and another undisciplined play for the Bobcats.
That was brilliant. I'm surprised because that was probably the best play I've seen all night. That kid totally just put his team in a terrible position by taking that slash in front of the net. So I can tell you what, the boys up here are pretty happy about that. He just two-handed our captain, and I'm sure that he'll face those consequences later on in the game because not a lot of people are gonna hack our captain offense over here, Captain Joe Rindell.
Yeah, our buddy Rizzo will take that 2 minutes all day.
And he's back on the ice too. What a warrior. Nursing that upper body injury he suffered against Jamestown a couple of weeks ago. 4-on-4 for 12 seconds, and then we'll get the end of the first period. Fiala out of the right side, it's Evangelisti. Spinning one through. Grant Hazel on the rush against Joe Nolan. 2 big bodies going to come together there. 1 second, and that's it for the opening set of 20. 1-0 Illinois. Joey Rittendale, the only goal of the first period. The away team, the visitors, with the only strike there on the scoreboard. Your guys is pick to click now for the second period. Who's going to score and why?
I'm liking Bobby Ernstein right now for the second period. He's playing really well. He's out there on the power play every time, and Bobby's getting a lot of ice time, and he's wheeling and dealing out there, so it's only a matter of time before he clicks.
You know, I love the take on Bobby, but there's one thing I know about my buddy Jack Graham is he loves to score in big games, so I'm picking Grammer for this one.
All right, I'm Cristiano Simonetta, Stephen Quinn, Justin Reese. We'll be back for the second period in about 15 minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey First Period presented by YouTube.
And nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. sinking deep. Throw the bait, catch the shark, bleed the water red. 50 words for murder, and I'm every one of them. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch. Drunk, kiss, I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the water.